What if I told you a single penny, sitting unnoticed in a jar or drawer, could make you a multimillionaire? Yes, you heard that right. There's one specific penny from 1980, a penny with no mint mark, that's worth up to $7 million. Imagine transforming a dusty old coin into a fortune that could change your life forever. But here's the kicker, most people don't even know what to look for. Could you be sitting on this gold mine right now? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to find it, why it's so valuable, and how to cash in on it. Let's dive into the story behind the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. The 1980s were a time of transition in the U.S. Mint. While most pennies were stamped with a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco, a select few from the Philadelphia Mint were accidentally released without any mint mark. This mistake turned an ordinary coin into a rarity. Now, here's the exciting part. Coins without mint marks from certain years, like 1980, have captured the attention of serious collectors and investors. Why? Because rarity drives value in the coin world. The fewer there are, the more they're worth. And in this case, we're talking about millions. But before you start rummaging through your change jar, here's a quick question. When was the last time you checked your coins closely? Think about it. That's where most people miss out. They assume pennies are just pennies, but not you, not after today. You're holding a plain-looking penny. Nothing special, right? But then you notice, no mint mark. Your heart races as you realize you might be holding one of the rarest coins in existence. This isn't just any coin, it's your ticket to a completely different life. Think of the possibilities: paying off your mortgage, traveling the world, securing your family's future. Here's what you need to know to identify this rare penny. First, check the year, 1980. Next, look closely at the area below the date. If there's no mint mark, you might be onto something huge. But remember, condition matters. A pristine, uncirculated penny could be worth significantly more than one that's been through a vending machine a few too many times. Now, let's talk numbers. In a recent auction, a 1980 no-mint mark penny fetched over $7 million. That's not just a fluke, it's a trend. The demand for rare coins is skyrocketing, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for unique finds like this. What would you do if you found this penny? Take a moment and let your imagination run wild. That's the excitement we're talking about here. So, how do you turn this knowledge into action? Start by checking your pennies. Go through your jars, drawers, and collections. Pay attention to every detail. But here's where most people slip up. They assume they'll recognize a valuable coin instantly. Don't fall into that trap. If you're unsure, consult an expert or use online resources to confirm its authenticity and value. And here's the urgency: rare coins like these don't stay hidden forever. Every day, more people are discovering the hidden treasures in their spare change. The longer you wait, the slimmer your chances of finding one. Now, I've got a surprise for you. There's another rare coin from the same era that's just as valuable, and it could be hiding in plain sight. In my next video, I'll reveal what it is and how to spot it. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're the first to know. Remember, life-changing opportunities often come in the most unexpected forms. Who would have thought a simple penny could hold the key to financial freedom? It's time to take action, seize the moment, and uncover the treasures hiding in plain sight. Don't let this chance slip away. Your future self will thank you. Have you ever wondered if a single penny could make you a millionaire? Imagine finding an ordinary-looking coin in your change jar that could change your life forever. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that has stunned collectors and investors alike with its skyrocketing value. But here's the kicker: this coin could be hiding in plain sight, right in your home. Are you ready to discover if you hold a $6 million treasure? Let's start with a quick story. Picture this: a man in Ohio, casually sorting through his pocket change, stumbles upon a penny that seems different. No mint mark. At first glance, it's just another coin. But after a little research, he discovers that this unassuming penny could fetch him millions at auction. What makes the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so special? You see, most coins minted in Philadelphia don't bear a mint mark, but the 1981 penny stands out due to its rarity and condition requirements. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for pristine examples of this coin. But why? That's where things get interesting. Have you checked your couch cushions recently? You might want to after this video. Who knows? Your next Starbucks run could cost you a penny that's worth more than your car. Now, let's talk numbers. Why is this penny potentially worth $6 million? The answer lies in a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and demand. Coins like this need to meet strict grading standards, achieving a designation called MS-65 or higher. It's like finding a unicorn in your pocket change. Here's the catch: not all 1981 no-mint mark pennies are valuable. Condition matters. A scratch, discoloration, or even a fingerprint can significantly lower its worth. That's why coin experts recommend handling your finds with gloves and getting them professionally appraised. But here's where the urgency kicks in. The coin market is constantly evolving. What's worth $6 million today might not hold the same value tomorrow. The demand for rare coins like the 1981 penny is driven by wealthy collectors who see them as investment opportunities. And with inflation on the rise, tangible assets like coins are becoming more desirable. So, how do you know if your penny is the real deal? And what steps should you take to ensure you get top dollar for it? Stick around, because we're about to uncover the secrets that could turn your humble penny into a life-changing fortune. Check your coins. Look for a 1981 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Next, examine its condition. If it looks pristine, it might be worth getting it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. But here's a pro tip: even if your coin isn't in mint condition, don't discard it just yet. Collectors might still pay a significant amount for less than perfect examples, especially if they fill a gap in their collection. Finally, if you find what could be a rare penny, don't rush to sell it immediately. Do your research. Attend coin shows, connect with reputable dealers, and explore auction houses. Remember, knowledge is power, and the more you know about your coin, the better positioned you'll be to negotiate. What would you do if you sold a penny for $6 million? Would you retire? Buy a mansion? Or maybe, finally splurge on that dream vacation? The 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is proof that life-changing opportunities can come in the smallest packages. Don't let this chance slip through your fingers. Check your change jars, dig through your drawers, and remember, the next penny you hold could be your golden ticket. So, what are you waiting for? Go find your treasure. And when you do, be sure to come back and share your story. After all, the next millionaire could be you. Where we unlock the secrets to turning your old coins into life-changing fortunes. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most exciting discoveries in the coin world, the 1982 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, a coin that could be worth up to $5 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny could make you a multimillionaire. Now, before you dismiss this as another too-good-to-be-true story, stick around. Because by the end of this video you'll know exactly how to identify this rare gem, why it's so valuable, and what you need to do if you're lucky enough to find one. Let's get started. You're cleaning out an old drawer or rummaging through a jar of coins you've kept for years. Among the dull copper tones, there's one penny that looks just like the rest. But what if I told you that penny could be the key to your dream life? The truth is, one collector's lucky find has turned ordinary people into overnight millionaires. So, what makes the 1982 penny so special? In 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned from copper to zinc pennies, a change that caused multiple variations in the coins produced that year. Among these, a rare era coin, a penny with no mint mark, slipped into circulation. These coins are highly sought after by collectors because they're one-of-a-kind anomalies. And here's the kicker: collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. But why $5 million? What's so magical about this coin? Stick with me, we're getting there. Let's talk about value. Coins like the 1982 no-mint mark penny are valuable because they combine rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. In 2017, a similar era penny sold for over $1 million at auction. Experts believe that as time passes and fewer of these coins are found, their value only increases. That's why the current estimate for a pristine 1982 no-mint mark penny is a staggering $5 million. Here's where the excitement builds. How can you find one? First, pull out all your pennies from 1982. You're looking for a penny without a D or S mint mark under the date. If you spot one, don't celebrate just yet. Condition matters, and only coins in exceptional shape fetch top prices. But don't worry, even if it's not perfect, it could still be worth thousands. Quick reality check. How often do we ignore spare change, tossing it into jars or leaving it in pockets? Let this be your wake-up call. That pocket change could be your ticket to financial freedom. Imagine the life you've always dreamed of: a new house, exotic vacations, or even retiring early. And all of it, from a penny. Now, here's the part where you need to act fast. Time is not on your side. Every year, more of these coins are found, authenticated, and sold. As the supply diminishes, the opportunity to find one becomes slimmer. Don't be the person who hears about someone else's million-dollar discovery and thinks, that could have been me. So what's your next step? Start by checking your coins. Take them to a reputable coin dealer or numismatist for verification. And if you're serious about selling, look for auctions or platforms specializing in rare coins. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about what you're holding, the better your chances of striking gold, or, in this case, copper. But before we wrap up, let's keep this fun. Here's a question to ponder. If you found a $5 million penny, what's the first thing you'd do with the money? Leave your answer in the comments, and don't say, pay bills. Let's dream. Big.so, are you ready to turn pocket change into a life of luxury? The clock is ticking, and your opportunity is waiting. Don't miss your chance to change your life with a single penny. And if you want more tips and stories about hidden treasures, imagine holding a penny in your hand, a simple, everyday coin that could transform your life forever. Yes, a single 1983 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has made headlines for being worth up to $4.5 million. Could you have one hiding in plain sight? Stick around to find out how this seemingly ordinary coin could be the key to your financial freedom. But be warned, missing out on this information might just cost you the fortune of a lifetime. Let's take a trip back to 1983. The United States was recovering from a recession. Michael Jackson's Thriller was topping the charts, and millions of pennies were being minted across the country. But amidst the billions of coins produced that year, something remarkable happened. A small error, barely noticeable to the naked eye, created one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in history. Here's the twist. The 1983 Lincoln penny with no mint mark wasn't supposed to exist. Every penny minted in Philadelphia that year should have been marked, but some weren't. This tiny detail makes these coins not only rare but incredibly valuable. How valuable? Well, let's just say it's enough to make your neighbors jealous when you pull up in that dream car of yours. But wait, what's so special about a missing mint mark? And how can you tell if you've got one? Before we dive into the nitty-gritty, let me ask you this. When was the last time you actually looked at the coins in your pocket? It might be time to start paying attention. Now, here's where it gets exciting, and a little nerve-wracking. The 1983 no-mint mark penny is rare, but it's out there. In fact, collectors are willing to pay up to $4.5 million for one in pristine condition. That's right, a penny, the coin most people ignore, could be your ticket to financial freedom. But here's the catch: finding one isn't easy. These coins can be hiding in your old piggy bank, that jar of change in your kitchen, or even tucked away in a forgotten drawer. And if you're wondering, why would anyone pay that much for a penny? Let's break it down. Collectors love a good story, and this coin has it all: mystery, rarity, and a touch of rebellion against the ordinary. The missing mint mark tells a tale of an error that slipped through the cracks, making it a prized possession for anyone lucky enough to find one. Still with me? Great. Because here's the million-dollar question: how do you know if you've struck gold, or, in this case, copper? First, grab a magnifying glass and inspect your 1983 pennies closely. If you see no letter beneath the date, you might just have something special. But don't get too excited yet. Condition matters, and so does professional grading. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. By the way, did you know the average American has over $50 in loose change lying around? Imagine if just one of those pennies could change your life. If that thought doesn't make you want to start searching, I don't know what will. So, what should you do if you think you found a 1983 no mint mark Lincoln penny? First, don't panic, and definitely don't spend it. The next step is to have your coin professionally graded. Reputable companies like PCGS or NGC can authenticate your penny and assign it a grade, which determines its value. A flawless coin can fetch millions, but even one with minor imperfections can still be worth thousands, and here's the kicker: the clock is ticking. As more people become aware of these rare coins, competition is heating up. Don't wait until it's too late to check your collection. Remember, every day you delay is another day someone else could find the fortune meant for you. Now, before we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought: what would you do with $4.5 million? Pay off debt. Travel the world. Buy your dream home. The possibilities are endless, but none of it happens unless you take action. So, go ahead, grab that jar of pennies and start your search today. Who knows? Your journey to a wealthier, more fulfilling life might just begin with a single coin. Oh, and one last thing, there's another coin out there from 1983 that's just as valuable, maybe even more. But that's a story for another video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. Your financial breakthrough could be just one coin away. Have you ever held a penny in your hand and thought it could change your life? Sounds crazy, right? But what if I told you that a simple 1984 Lincoln penny without a mint mark could be worth up to $4 million? Yes, $4 million. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this penny is so valuable, how to spot one, and how you can potentially turn a tiny coin into a life-changing fortune. Imagine what you could do with that kind of money: retire early, buy your dream home, or travel the world. But here's the kicker: this opportunity might be sitting in your pocket change right now. Let's start with a quick question: when was the last time you checked your pennies? If you're like most people, probably never. And that's exactly why so many of these rare treasures go unnoticed. The 1984 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is special because it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which, unlike other mints, didn't mark its coins at the time. Now, this alone doesn't make it worth millions. The true value lies in a unique error known as the double die variety. The word Liberty and the date 1984 appear slightly doubled, almost as if someone accidentally hit the stamp twice. This minting mistake is what makes the coin incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. But here's where it gets exciting: fewer than 1% of people even know what to look for, which means you might have a fortune hiding in plain sight. Now, before we dive deeper, let me ask you this: do you think your penny jar is just spare change, or could it be your golden ticket? Hold that thought. So, what makes this coin worth up to $4 million? It's all about rarity and demand. Think about it like this: collectors and investors are always on the hunt for unique and historical items. When a rare coin like the 1984 no mint mark penny with a double die error appears, it creates a frenzy. And the more pristine the condition, the higher the value. Coins graded as mint state or MS68 by professionals can fetch astronomical prices at auctions. Here's a fun fact: the most expensive 1984 penny sold at auction went for over $4 million. Why? Because it was in near-perfect condition and had the highly coveted error. Imagine walking into an auction house with a penny and walking out a millionaire. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? But don't let that dream slip away. As we speak, collectors are scouring the country for these coins, and the competition is fierce. If you've got one, timing is everything. Don't wait too long to get it appraised and graded. And speaking of timing, let me share a quick tip on how to increase your odds of finding one of these valuable pennies. Cliffhanger. I'll reveal the number one place to look for rare coins in just a moment, but first, let's talk about how to spot this valuable penny. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. To identify the 1984 no mint mark penny with the double die error, you'll need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Pay close attention to the word Liberty and the date, 1984. If you notice any doubling or unusual markings, you might be holding a jackpot. And remember, condition is key. The cleaner and more flawless your coin, the higher its value. Now, where's the best place to find these coins? Here's the answer: your old coin jars, local flea markets, garage sales, and even inherited coin collections from family members. You'd be surprised how often these treasures are overlooked. Once you've identified a potential winner, your next step is to get it appraised. Reach out to a reputable coin dealer or send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll provide an official grade and certify its authenticity, which can significantly boost its value. But here's the kicker: once you've confirmed your coin's worth, you're in the driver's seat. You can sell it at auction, negotiate with collectors, or even hold on to it as an investment. The possibilities are endless. Just imagine the moment when you cash in and change your life forever. Now, let's circle back. Imagine standing at the edge of an opportunity that could transform your life. The 1984 no mint mark Lincoln penny is more than just a piece of copper. It's a symbol of how small, overlooked things can hold immense value. So, take action. Dig through your coins, educate yourself, and seize the moment. Because treasures like these don't wait around forever. Before you go, here's one final thought. What if the key to your dream lifestyle is sitting right in front of you, hiding in plain sight? Don't let it slip away. And if you've enjoyed this journey into the world of rare coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Together, we'll uncover more hidden treasures and unlock the secrets to a wealthy, fulfilling life. See you in the next video. A single penny sitting in a forgotten drawer, overlooked for decades, could be your ticket to a life of luxury. What if I told you that the humble 1985 Lincoln penny without a mint mark could be worth up to $3 million? Yes, you heard that right. One penny could be the key to your financial dreams. Have you ever checked your change? No, seriously, when was the last time you really looked at your coins? Because if you haven't, you might be sitting on a fortune and not even know it. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this penny so valuable, how to identify it, and why collectors are willing to pay millions for it. But before we get into the details, let me share a story of someone who almost missed out on their jackpot penny. Meet Karen, a 53-year-old mom from Illinois. She had a jar of coins collecting dust in her pantry. For years, she'd been telling herself she'd cash them in someday. Sound familiar? One rainy afternoon, she decided to sort through them, just for fun. Among the nickels and dimes, she found a 1985 penny. It didn't have a mint mark. Intrigued, she Googled it and learned that this simple penny could be worth millions if it was in pristine condition. Her heart raced, but there was a catch: it had to meet specific criteria. Could her penny be the one? She contacted an expert, and they confirmed it. That penny sold for over $1.8 million at auction. Can you imagine her excitement? Or worse, what if she had never bothered to check? The thought gives me chills. So, why is this penny so valuable? Let's break it down, but first, quick question: if you found $1 million penny, would you spend it on a mansion or a lifetime supply of tacos? Let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious. Now, back to business. The 1985 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is special because it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Coins from Philadelphia in that era didn't carry a mint mark. While this is common, what makes some of these pennies worth millions is their exceptional condition. Graded as MS 68 RD or higher, they are flawless and retain their original red luster, making them highly sought after by collectors. Here's the kicker, only a few of these pennies exist in such pristine condition. That's why collectors are willing to pay such astronomical prices. The rarity, combined with the demand, creates the perfect storm for a record-breaking auction. But here's the question on everyone's mind: how do you know if your penny is the one? And what if it's sitting in your pocket right now? Let's talk identification. First, check the date. If it's a 1985 penny and there's no mint mark under the date, you're off to a good start. Next, examine its condition. The closer it looks to a brand new penny, the better. If it's shiny, flawless, and has no visible scratches, you might have something special. Now, don't just run to your local pawn shop. You'll need a professional appraisal to determine its grade. Organizations like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin. This step is crucial because it's what turns a penny into a potential million-dollar treasure. These pennies are being discovered and sold as we speak. Every day you wait could be a missed opportunity. What if someone else finds theirs first, and the market cools down? The time to act is now. So, are you ready to take the first step? Go grab that jar of coins, check your pockets, and don't let your fortune slip through your fingers. Remember, this isn't just about finding a rare coin, it's about seizing an opportunity to change your life. Don't wait for tomorrow, your $3 million penny could be waiting for you today. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, hit the like button and subscribe for more tips on uncovering hidden treasures in your everyday life. Share this video with a friend who might need a little push to check their change. You might just change their life too. But not just any penny, one that could change your life forever. Today, we're uncovering the shocking truth about the 1986 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, a coin that's been turning heads and fetching jaw-dropping amounts at auctions. Could your loose change hold the key to a $2 million fortune? Stick around to find out. Let's start with a quick question. When was the last time you actually looked closely at a penny? I mean, really inspected it. If your answer is never, you're not alone. But here's where it gets interesting: some pennies aren't just spare change. They're hidden treasures. In 1986, most Lincoln pennies were struck with a mint mark, indicating whether they were produced in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But a select few, and we mean a very select few, were mysteriously produced without one. No mint mark at all. Why? Was it an accident? A deliberate choice? Or something else entirely? The truth is, nobody knows for sure. Now, before you dismiss this as just another coin collector's fairy tale, consider this: one of these rare pennies recently sold for an astounding $2 million. That's not a typo. $2 million for a penny. So, if you've got a jar of coins collecting dust, it's time to pay attention. Here's the deal. The value of any coin comes down to three key factors: rarity, condition, and demand. The 1986 no mint mark penny ticks all those boxes. First, rarity. Coins without a mint mark from this era are almost non-existent. The U.S. Mint was meticulous about its processes, so a coin missing its mint mark is like finding a needle in a haystack, if the haystack was the size of Texas. Second, condition. Coin collectors and investors are willing to shell out big bucks for pristine examples. If your 1986 penny looks like it just rolled off the production line, with no scratches, smudges, or wear, its value skyrockets. And finally, demand. This is where things get exciting. The buzz around the 1986 no mint mark penny has been growing, with collectors and investors scrambling to get their hands on one. It's the perfect storm of intrigue, scarcity, and financial opportunity. Now, let's pause for a moment. I know what you're thinking: sure, this sounds great, but how do I know if I have one of these golden, well, copper tickets? Great question. Let's talk about that next. First things first, grab your pennies. Go ahead, I'll wait. Got them? Good. Now, take a close look. The 1986 no mint mark penny will have Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, just like any other penny from that year. The key difference? No mint mark under the date. If you find one, don't get too excited just yet. Remember what we said about condition. You'll want to handle the coin carefully to avoid damaging it. No tossing it back into the jar or rubbing it on your jeans to make it shine. Your next step is verification. Reach out to a professional coin appraiser or a reputable dealer. They'll assess the coin's authenticity and condition. And here's a pro tip: avoid quick cash offers from online buyers who promise the world but deliver pennies on the dollar. Pun absolutely intended. Finally, if your penny checks out, it's time to sell. High-value coins like this often fetch the best prices at auctions. Look for established auction houses with a history of handling rare coins. And remember, patience is your friend. The right buyer could turn your penny into a small fortune, but before you rush off to start your treasure hunt, let's consider one last thing. How many other people might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? Could your neighbor, your coworker, or even your grandmother have a $2 million penny tucked away in a forgotten drawer? That's the real question, isn't it? The thrill of the hunt. The possibility that a tiny piece of copper could unlock a future of wealth and opportunity. So, take a second look at your change. You never know what you might find, and if you do find that 1986 no mint mark penny, well, you know who to thank. Now, go check your coins. The clock is ticking, and that penny isn't going to find itself.